Hello, everyone. This is Kevin Chip coming to you from the Ascent Studio, located on our off the grid farm somewhere deep in the southeastern United States. It's farm day today, and I've been out working on our off the grid farm doing chores there. I want to bring to you something that's very important. Recently, on my X account, that is x.com/Kevin, x.com/at Kevin underscore ship, I posted 13 steps to reforming the CIA, 13 critical steps and the only steps I'm absolutely convinced that will work to stop the CIA's current gross unconstitutional power. Those 13 steps were taken down. Um, I understand, and of course, I have submitted a protest and other things. I understand that those 13 steps are back up for anyone outside of myself. If I try to get into my account and log in through any of my devices, I'm blocked from doing so, and I do not see any of those 13 posts. So these are critical. I can't overestimate how important these steps are, and it is the only way that we, the people, are going to be able to reform the CIA. Uh, Personnel changes inside are not going to do it. Refining inside are not going to do it. Firing people in certain areas in the CIA are not going to do it. The CIA is a global juggernaut. It is a monster with at least a $53 billion budget of our tax dollars spent in secrecy on operations most Americans would abhor. That needs to stop. And to do that, the CIA needs to be broken apart in pieces. And its Directorate of Operations, the National Clandestine Service, and its role under the National Security Act of 1947 needs to be ended. It needs to be stopped. That needs to be removed from the CIA. It has engaged in genocide, somewhere around the death of 7 million innocent people, civilians, in the coups that the CIA has done. Uh, Ukraine now is a mess. The CIA went in, John Brennan and Victoria Nuland with him to help stage the coup in 2014 in Ukraine and had their hands where they didn't belong. 1.8 million Ukrainian deaths later of young men, an entire generation or two are now gone. The CIA, as I've mentioned in other presentations, control our elected government. They control Congress, they control the judiciary, and they control the President of the United States. And many times, lower levels of the CIA, from the deputy director on down, engage in operations that not even the director of the CIA himself or herself is aware of. And there are some stark examples of that I will be giving in the presentation. So, also, I want everyone to know, and I think we all realize now, that our Congress is going to do nothing about the CIA. The last attempt to do anything to reform the CIA was the Church Committee, which essentially went nowhere. Thousands of documents were destroyed by the CIA. An oversight was developed with the intelligence select committees, which are a sham and are doing nothing to reform the CIA. And I will be talking about that in the program. And this entire system needs to be reformed, and we, the people, need to lean on our congressmen and senators because some of them are in the CIA's pocket. At least 6 have personal investments in the CIA's chief operational arm contractor, and that is Lockheed Martin. There is a massive conflict of interest. Some congressmen are actually involved with the CIA, and others are terrified to challenge the CIA because they know what happened to Frank Church and Otis Pike. So it's up to us, we the people, to put pressure on Congress to exact these 13 steps, and it is the only way that the CIA can be reformed. So what I'm going to do here on this channel is put together a video series on each one of these 13 steps. I'm doing this for free because I believe light will dispel the darkness, and we the people, all of us, using this information, can push Congress to actually do some strict reforms of the CIA. So everything that I do here is going to be just for the service of my fellow Americans. So please subscribe to this channel, send this to everyone that you know, and ask them to subscribe to this channel. And as I've mentioned in previous broadcasts and in my book, Twilight of the Shadow of Government, there has to be an avalanche. There's a picture of an avalanche behind me in the studio here. There has to be an avalanche of demand by we the people that Congress engage in these reforms and the CIA be stopped in its current form. And I'm providing the ammunition for the American people to do that in these 13 steps. So again, encourage everybody to subscribe to this channel. These videos are in production now. They will be posted here, and you'll be able to see them then. Thank you all so much for joining this channel, and together we can do it. And remember the quote by Thomas Jefferson, when the people fear the government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty. The CIA needs to fear us, not the other way around. And that's the only way we're going to stop this monster. Love you all very much. I appreciate you joining me, and stand by for the upcoming videos.